What up, fellow agents? PurePrime here. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a easy and quick raid build, or so to say, an LFG build, I like to call it. And you will be accepted 100% in every raid that you encounter. Are you ready? Let's go! What up, guys? As you can see, I'm trying a few different things. On the left side corner you will see the gameplay, and of course in the bigger screen you will see the whole build. And this is a way to show you the gameplay and of course the build at the same time. So it will not take like 20 minutes until my build video is ready. I'm just thinking about you guys. But let's get over to the build. The build, as you can see, is a 6-11-3 build. And why did I build this build? Because this is the perfect LFG build. So if you are looking for a raid squad in any LFG Discord or whatever, you will get accepted with this build. And this build is pretty easy to come by, because the only main talent, I like to call it, you need is Unbreakable. So there are a lot of combinations with Unbreakable, and yeah, the only thing I went for was Unbreakable, and then of course hard hitting and weapon damage and such. But let's get over to the build. The Unbreakable vest from Guard. And why Guard? Because it gives me 5% total armor, 20% hazard protection and 15% pulse skill power. We don't need that pulse skill power right now, but if you are comfortable by losing your revive hive that I use, then you can put out a pulse and you can see enemies a little bit better. But let's get over to this build and keep it this way. And for the attributes, I got 2 blues and a red, 10k health and 18k armor as the blues, and 1 red with 15% weapon damage. I rolled that one on there, and the talent is of course Unbreakable. And then I went for the Guard with the yellow mod slot and 2 blues, because there is a Guard as well with 2 blues and a red. But I love to have a little bit skill power so I can proc or better my skills. So for the first mod I used the utility mod slot with 116 skill power, 319 chem launcher skill power and 125 shield skill power. And then for the defensive mods, I got the first one from 5k armor, 1k armor on kill and 3.5% total armor. And the second one is almost 4k armor, 4% total armor and 406 armor generation. And then we're gonna go over to my gloves, and I will go to the Guard first and then go for the other pieces. And the gloves have a red and a blue attribute. The first blue attribute is a 857 armor regeneration, and I rolled an 11% assault rifle damage on there. And it came with the talent Devastating, and that gives me 5% weapon damage. I got a yellow mod on there, a utility mod from 86 skill power, 2.5% outgoing healing and 317 chem launcher skill power. And then we're going over to my holster. And why this holster? Because you can put 2 reds on there. I know I can put like damage to elites there, like a talent, but I need another holster then. And now, because I can roll Devastated on there, on the other holster, and it will give me 5% weapon damage. Or I can roll damage to elites on there, that 10%. But now, because I already have my Fenris knee pad, I can use this one because I can have 2 offensive mods on there, like you see. And those 2 offensive mods will give me a total of 10% assault rifle damage, 2% weapon damage, and 2% marksman rifle damage. So that's a lot more than or only 10% damage to elites or only 5% devastating. So that's why I chose for this holster. And then with the 2 attributes to go for that 11 blues that we need for the unbreakable, I rolled 40k health on there and almost 4k health on kill. I would love to have armor on kill because I don't need that health on kill. I already have almost 100k health, so that's pretty decent. And then we are going over to my knee pads. Just like I said, I'm rocking the Fenris Group knee pads. And why the Fenris Group? Because it will give me 10% assault rifle damage. It has a blue attribute. I rolled 11.5% total armor on there. And I got 2 talents. One of 10% health on kill. And the other one is patience. After being in cover for 5 seconds, armor repair by 5% every second. So that is pretty nice, guys. If you rock patience and unbreakable, if you have a hard time killing the ads in the raid, just go in cover, shoot from cover, and your armor will repair. You have unbreakable, you can heal yourself, you can't die. You almost can't die if you do it that way. I love to have damage to elites and patience on here, but I didn't find the roll on time. And then let's get over to my backpack. And my backpack is a 511 and it's 42.2k armor, and it will give me that 5% protection from elites. 2 blues and 1 red as an attribute, 9.5% weapon damage and 8k health. And 11k armor, almost 12k armor. And for my talents I have 10% armor and 20% skill duration. I would love to have damage to elites instead of that skill duration, but yeah, we can't have everything. And then I have the utility system mod with 139 skill power, 227 chem launcher skill power and 151 seeker skill power. And then let's get over to the last piece, and that's the Murakami. And why the Murakami? Because it gives me that 8% health. So it's almost 10% health, and with this attribute I'm on 14.5% extra health. So that's pretty nice. It gives me almost 10-12k extra health. And then for the other attribute is that 43% damage to elites I rolled on there. Could be a little bit higher, but I have one from 50, but I'm using it on another build. And then the talent, of course, is damage to elites. And as the skills, I'm using the Revive Hive and the Chem Launcher. And the Revive Hive just gives you that 3rd life, because you will get a 2nd life from Unbreakable. 70% of your max armor is repaired when your armor is depleted. Armor kits used within the next 7 seconds are not consumed. So if your armor is depleted, you will get 70%, and if that isn't enough, you have this one, the Revive Hive, and it gets you up again. And then I went for the Chem Launcher Healer, and I buffed the whole Chem Launcher Healer like you saw on my skills. Because, yeah, that hive, I didn't need that hive, maybe for my teammates. So I didn't boost that hive and only thought of myself and go for the Chem Launcher. So I went for a Chem Launcher battery, and then I could put a 72.9% health on there, and that gives me an armor repair of 50.5k. The cloud duration is 6 seconds, the cloud radius is 2 meters, and the ammo cooldown is 20 seconds, and I have an ammo of 3. It's all pretty basic. But why? I can't understand why it says 72. Because it needs to be more. Yeah. Exactly. Don't forget that, guys. Just switch over if it not shows you your armor repair. And it will show you after that. So, my bad. I have an armor repair of 87k. So that's pretty nice. Instead of that 50. I thought it was strange with that 72.9% heal on there. But yeah, that's pretty much my build, guys. I used to love to throw my fire grenade, but I can't use it. Sometimes I use the flashbang, but yeah, the concussion grenade does a lot more damage. So that's pretty nice. I just throw it around. I don't use it that often. Pretty much only on Razorback. And then for the last thing, guys, the weapons, of course. And where we start? Where is it? Handgun. Okay, I went for the tactical M1911 handgun. I got the talents breadbasket on there, distance, and stop, drop, and roll. I do it for the stop, drop, and roll because while equipped, rolling removes burning, bleed, and poison status effects. Can occur once every 60 seconds. And you can use this on Weasel, for example. If you get poisoned by the clouds, by the purple clouds, just roll away and you have one poison away. Maybe you can get it back, but that's why we are rocking that almost 100k health, so you will survive the toxic clouds from Weasel and his goons. And then I went for the Nemesis, of course, and pretty much only because while holstered gain 25% extra headshot damage when scoped with your current weapon. And that's preparation. I love to use the Nemesis as well on Weasel. It helps a lot. I think we are 3 minutes on Weasel and then we are going to Buddy and Lucy. So that Nemesis is a must-have on Weasel. But in the next coming days, I will explain in a quick and easy guide how to defeat them. And then, guys, of course, I went for the custom P416. And guys, booyah, 25k damage. An RPM of 825 and a mag of 50. I got a talent breadbasket. Landing a shot adds a stack of 5% headshot damage to the next headshot for 10 seconds. Allegro on there and another stop, drop and roll. I would love to have the stop, drop and roll changed for protected reload or on my custom or on my handgun. But I will go for my handgun because I rolled stop, drop and roll on that. And then for the mods on this weapon, we got 5% damage to elites, that 3.4x scope. And why the 3.4x? Because this will activate the preparation, because you have a scope on there. I have a 8% damage to elites as well, but this scope will activate the preparation and give me a 25% headshot damage. And then I went, of course, for the sturdy, the 20 rounds and minus 10% reload speed. And then I went for 10% damage to elites with the laser pointer and a muscle break 556. And yeah, that's pretty much the build, guys. And let's get over to the stats. All the gear stats and the weapon stats are already explained. And there we go, the weapon stats, guys. It's 25k weapon damage. 5% critical hit chance, 25% critical hit damage, 55% headshot damage, a range of 26, 2.5 seconds reload time, minus 10% reload speed, and a stability of 30. And then for the offensive, guys, look at this. I got an all weapon damage of 31.5%. I got a assault rifle damage bonus of 46%. and then that 15% SMG and that 70% marksman rifle bonus. I got 63% damage to elites and 29% health damage. And that 63% damage to elite could be a little bit higher. I love to have it on 73 or at least 83, but yeah, I need those 2 talents on my knee pads and on my backpack. But with your all weapon damage and with your all assault rifle damage bonus, that's up to 77.5%. You will get a lot more damage. So that little 10% you're missing from the damage to elite doesn't matter. And then for the defensive guys, we have almost 300k armor, the armor regeneration of almost 15k, we got a max health of almost 100k, a health generation of almost 50k, and then we got a hazard protection of a little 20%. The skills I'll already explained to you, and the dark zone perks doesn't matter. Yeah, when you are in the dark zone then of course. But yeah, this is pretty much my build, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed it this way. So in the left, my gameplay, and on the bigger screen, the explanation of the build. Let me know in the comments if you like it this way or just separate, because this way is a lot more work for me, but I think you're gonna love this. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribers button. And of course the notification bell. PurePrime out.